I'm named after my mom's ex-lover. That's such an awkward breakfast. I can only imagine. Cause what if his actual dad and his mom's ex-lover have the same name? Like the dad could be like, oh son, I love you so much. You got my strong name. That's why we're so close. And he's like, yeah, dad, yeah, that's right. I got your name. Yeah. Not really. But comment down below something you love to do with your dad. Because today we are reacting to people telling more of their darkest family secrets. We are spilling the tea. It's gonna be great. And yeah, as always, don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, links are all down below. And give this video a like and share, please. And yeah, let's go. My uncle killed 2 Scientologists. Your uncle's a murderer? Okay. What's your username again? My granddad was an auditor for the Church of Scientology. That church is so scary and confusing and mysterious. I can't figure it out. It's like all my exes. They're a cult. I swear they are. Cause you shouldn't have to go on the run from a church. Just saying. I said my piece. I mean, I could go on for hours, but anyways. So he was an auditor for the church and decided to quit after one of his friends was brutally assaulted. He was hunted down and threatened repeatedly. Ugh. I'm sorry, I just woke up. It's noon. It's early for me. And they threatened to kill off his family and a bunch of other stuff. My uncle killed 2 of the men chasing him and hunting him down. Buried them in cemeteries in another person's grave. He told me one day when I found some threat letters from the cult. I knew it! Dude, I need to do a whole video on the Church of Scientology. It's just so creepy. I swear, it's like the Manson family. A bunch of murderers. My stepmom was a local porn star and high-end prostitute. Okay, family friendly. Is she still your stepmom? Please tell me they got a divorce. That's not an appropriate life for a child. My grandma was getting death threats from the Taliban. How? What was your grandma doing? Where does she live? My grand had to move from England to Pakistan because she kept receiving death threats from the Taliban. Wow, that's quite a opener. Get your attention, doesn't it? Because apparently being an actress is a sin, and you need to be murdered for it. What did I do? I came to LA to be an actress. Dude, am I gonna get murdered by the Taliban? I'm pretty sure nobody's supposed to know this besides my parents and her. I don't think you want to live in Pakistan anyways. Isn't there a lot of stuff going on? My uncle was a snitch. Enough said. If you don't know what a snitch is, it's not good. Basically, you're a tattletale. If you see something, don't say something. You run away, act like you never saw anything. That's how you stay alive. Don't try to be a hero. My uncle snitched on a Youngstown kingpin. Isn't that like a drug lord? My whole family is or has been involved in some sort or criminal enterprise for around 3 generations. Wow. Growing up, we learned fast to never speak of family matters to strangers and definitely never to police. Back in the mid-90s, my uncle was driving drugs all over the East Coast and got hit in Virginia with 15 keys of coke. That's a lot of coke. Why do you need that much soda? The DEA had tracked him from pickup in Florida to Ohio once and had video of both the pickup and delivery. Dang, they got you with that Coca-Cola. They worked for Pepsi. They're like, dude, we caught you cheating on us with the enemy. They offered him 8 years if he gave them the man that they wanted, and he did it rather than the life sentence he would have had in federal max. Yeah, that's me. I would Tekashi that crap right away. I'd be like, hey judge, okay, how many people do you want? I'll give you 1, 2, 3 movies, the Monopoly Man, I'll give you everybody. Seriously, Monopoly Man, be packing. My dad and grandfather used to fight each other with knives all the time, because that's what families do. Don't fight each other with knives, that's dangerous, you will get hurt. My grandfather and father knife fought each other frequently. Dad has huge scars on his abdomen. They actually stabbed each other? Grandfather had serious issues, very abusive. Yeah, that's not what fathers are supposed to do. You play catch with a football, not a machete. He held a straight razor up to my grandmother's throat, and my uncle grabbed a nearby rifle and held it up to him. The last words out of his mouth were telling my uncle he didn't have the guts to shoot him. He shot him? That's the bigger secret here. You miscaptioned it, man. You should have led with that. Good plot twist, though. My father is not really my father. I'm sorry. I think that's the case for a lot of these people. I am almost 100% confident that my father is not my biological father. They hung the birth certificates of my 2 younger brothers, not mine. That is weird. I asked about it. Parents said that they let somebody borrow it and they never gave it back. Why would you let someone borrow a birth certificate for any legitimate reason that's not illegal? I was digging through old things and found a letter written to me for my first birthday. I can't remember word for word what it said, but it was effectively, "I'm proud to be your father and will always love you." But it was signed Nick. Dude, this is a Hallmark movie! I do not know a single adult Nick in my whole life. My uncle on my dad's side looks a heck of a lot like me. That's probably paranoia though. His name is not Nick. Oh, and by the way, the aforementioned uncle killed a guy. He could have killed your dad. Dude, there's so much to this story. Where's the rest of it? Yeah, that's a really dumb excuse to tell your kid why they don't have a birth certificate. You should have come up with something a lot better. I saw a weird black and white picture tucked into a photo album once at my grandparents' house. I asked who the cute little girl was, and it turned out it was my grandfather. Wait, what? There's a cute little girl in the picture, but it's their grandfather dressed as a girl. Go on. His mother had already had 3 boys and really wanted a girl. He wore dresses and long hair until he was old enough to say, "I want all these curls cut off. I'm a boy, Mom." I had an uncle in prison, but no one in my family had ever told me what he was in for. Ooh, let's do some snooping. He was never spoken about, and if he was brought up in conversation, everyone would avoid talking about him and change the topic quick stat. There was one night I was watching TV documentaries about horrific crimes in Perth. One of them was about David and Catherine Burney, and then there was another one about a call girl being stabbed to death. The guy had my last name. I remember thinking, well, my last name isn't that uncommon. Must just be a coincidence he has my uncle's first and last name. Wait, he had the first and last? The credits start rolling and my mom turns to me and says, "So, did you put 2 and 2 together?" Mom! Why didn't you say something? I would have paid more attention to the details. The rumor in my family is that my great-grandmother was a black widow. Oh? A black widow is basically a woman, I don't know if it can be a man, but a woman who just keeps marrying and killing them off, probably for the money and the joy because they're crazy. She had 4 husbands and all 4 of them died mysterious deaths. One of her husbands was stabbed to death by my great-grandmother's brother, and the story was my Gigi was being attacked by him and her brother walked in on it and had to kill him in self-defense. No charges were ever brought against either of them. My grandmother, Gigi's daughter, stopped speaking to her when she was 18 in 1950. And my Gigi died in 2014. She was 96. And I accidentally cut this part off, I guess, but his Gigi is almost positive that her mom, his great-grandmother, killed her dad, one of the 4 victims. More cool than disturbing, but my great-grandma went on a date with Al Capone. And my great-grandma ran a speakeasy in Chicago in the 1920s. Wait, Al Capone, isn't that like a... Hold on. Hey Siri, Al Capone. Oh, his name's Al Capone. I don't know, I think he's a rapper. Don't come after me, I don't know things. So one of y'all dated a rapper, I think, and the other one ran an illegal bar, probably in her basement. Nice. The first person in my family to immigrate to America was granted an insane amount of land in order to help settle and lead a town in Virginia. 31 years later, he testified against his 2 eldest sons for skipping church 3 Sundays straight. Wait, how long ago was this? They were fined 100 acres of tobacco each. 2 weeks later, he threw the first stone in a public stoning that resulted in their deaths. You killed your sons for skipping church? Jeez! They had been convicted of devil worship after skipping church 5 Sundays in a row. He was then forced to resign from all public offices he held. Jeez, I haven't been to church in a while. They would have hated me. The following Sunday, while everyone was in church, he and his only remaining son burned down every building in the town except for the church. They skipped town and set fire to every tobacco field that had been forfeited on their way to Texas. The only reason we know this happened is because census records showed both of them mysteriously appearing in town in Texas with an almost identical name. They simply changed the spelling to the phonetic version of spelling it. That's what I did on YouTube. I didn't burn down any buildings though. They didn't bother lying about their ages or where they came from at all. The surviving son had only one child that survived birth. That son became a bank robber in his late 60s so that he could pay for his children to go to law school. Somehow, our family is known for famous lawyers and not the first 3 generations of criminals in America. Well, y'all did something right. I'm kidding, like the whole criminal thing isn't right, but they're really good at, you know, social media presence. Grandpa went to prison in the 70s for trying to sneak in 10,000 pounds of weed on a tugboat. Okay, Grandpa was having a big party. Too big. Did he get caught? Oh wait, yeah, he went to prison. I'm dumb. It's too early for me. And that's it for people telling their darkest family secrets.
The tea has been spilt.
Again, don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram, links are all down below, and give this video a like and a share. And that's it, so I will see you awesome people next time.